you sleeping? Pop, wake up. Wake up.
Irene? Irene?
No, it's me. It's Lou.
Lou, what are you doing here?
Are you all right?
Well, I've got a stomachache again.
Have you gone to the bathroom today? Number 2?
I know the difference. That's not it. What time is it? Is it raining?
No, it's afternoon, Pop. Why are you sitting here in the dark? Why don't you open the curtains up?
Did I call you?
No, but you should have. These are all bills. Waterworks, gas, electricity.
I must have called you.
No, I stopped by. I came to see you. This is what I wanted to talk to you about. I'm on my way to pick up Grace, and this was on your front porch.
Was it? What is it?
Let's see, can of evaporated milk, some saltines, some animal crackers, raisins, and 3 brown bananas.
They were green, but they ripen fast.
Ripen fast? Pop, this is from 3 days ago. Have you been playing cards all that time?
Well, I haven't been telling fortunes. Besides, where else would I go? Where'd you say Gracie was? Girl Scouts? I hear that's a pretty good outfit.
They're a pretty good outfit, all right. She's at driver's ed.
Gracie? Driving? Isn't she kind of young?
Well, she turned 16 last month. Are you sure you're all right? How long has the stomach thing been going on?
Oh, off and on. I don't know. Maybe a year or 2.
Have you eaten anything today? How about some of that soup I brought?
I can't find the olive oil.
You can eat it this one's without.
I'll have some eggs.
Your sink is still full of shells. You can't live on eggs.
I've had soft-boiled eggs every day for breakfast since...
Have you eaten anything else today?
Just the usual.
Let's see. 2 soft-boiled eggs, juice, a bowl of oatmeal, and coffee.
My pop used to say, to be strong like horse, eat like horse. Carrots, apples, oats.
Sounds like he was a pretty smart guy.
He sure thought so.
I mean, ahead of his time, with the Mediterranean diet and all that.
Nah, he was just a cheapskate. He used to take us kids out picking dandelion greens just because they were free, up by Nathan Hale High. He smoked those little crooked Italian cigars. You were named after him. He had one of the first dump trucks in town. Did I ever tell you that?
Yeah, I think you did. Well, if you're not going to eat the soup.
It's all broth. There's no noodles.
You don't even know what kind it is. It's lentil soup. It's one of your favorites, like your mom used to make, with cod. Pop, there's nothing but eggs in here, and mustard and pickles. You can't even make a sandwich out of this.
Yeah, I know. I think I forgot to buy the Roman meal. I don't have much of an appetite. Eating alone, why bother?
You have to eat.
What's this?
That's a BLT. Hold the lettuce.
What kind of bread? Not rye.
French roll.
And the mayo, it's...
Spread thin.
And is it...
Right to the edge.
I can't eat tomatoes without mayonnaise. Oh.
Pop, really? A shoebox? Old letters.
Careful with those. Those are some letters.
And sunglasses and lighter, a rosary. Mom's wallet.
Stay out of your mother's pocketbook.
Why would you keep this?
Well, Connie's kids and Aggie's kids, every time their birthdays come up, I still send them a card with a little cash in it from their Granny Irene.
Those kids are all grown up with kids of their own. Connie retired from the phone company and bought a house in Chattanooga. Aggie, she moved to San Diego years ago, and Grace is learning to drive.
Do you remember my friend Jim?
His name was Benjamin.
That's right.
Siegel.
That's right. Did you know what he used to say?
Oh, that Dago probably puts olive oil on chocolate cake.
Wrong. That Wop probably puts olive oil on chocolate cake. I got a letter from him. He must be close to 50 by now.
50? Pop, I'm older than that. He was the same age as you.
He lives in Los Angeles. He got married after the war. Moved to California years ago. opened up Benjamin's kosher burrito stand on Temple Street.
The war was a long time ago. How long has the house been like this? Do you remember what I told you today? I guess you probably don't. I guess that's why nothing's ready.
I wasn't expecting company.
You're supposed to... You can't let the house get this bad. Pretty soon you're going to be spending time cleaning instead of packing.
Packing? Are we going on a trip somewhere? We took a train to the coast for our honeymoon. Stopped in Las Vegas. It wasn't much then. It was before Sinatra. Still spent a lot more than I thought.
You don't remember what I told you about today, do you? About the St. Vincent de Paul?
Cards with the guys? The Mick?
Aiden Riley.
Yeah. He did it more natural. But I have a lot more grace. And the Jip?
Benjamin Siegel.
Shylock. In the Rialto, you have rated me about my monies and my usance. Still, have I borne it with a patient shrug?
You're not playing cards today. You don't play cards with those guys anymore. That was the Army, remember?
We never would have been friends if not for the Army. I tried to teach them how to play sheep's head once. They thought I was making it up as we went along. Men from children, nothing differ. That's Shakespeare. They threw us all together. Hicks, Micks, Kikes, Wops, it didn't matter. We looked out for each other. We were from the same outfit. It was a pretty good outfit. Patton's Army. Jip had never seen a cow before. And Mick had never seen snow. He's from Louisiana, New Orleans. One time he asked me, y'all got good fishing in Wisconsin? I said, yeah, we got good fishing. We go up north, it's even better. He looked at me, up north? How can you go any farther? We went over on the 20th of July. Got off the beach, and up on the bluff, there was a human head. I don't know if it was one of ours or one of theirs, but somebody made sure we all saw it. I was just a clerk. Jip was a cook. Mick played the trombone. We were green, but we ripened fast. Sergeant looked at the three of us, said to Mick, guess you ought to carry the bazooka.
Those guys have been dead for over 20 years. That was a lifetime ago.
To you, a lifetime. Me, just a life. How much of your life would fit into a shoebox?
You really don't remember what I told you about today, do you? Did you write it down on the calendar like I asked you to?
I did. Thursday, December 6th. Fellas from the St. Vincent de Paul.
Tuesday, December 6th. Today. Gracie's 14th birthday. Who wrote this? Pop, this calendar is over 2 years old.
Is it? Well, happy birthday. Send along some cash with the card.
They were supposed to come for the rest of Mom's clothes. Did anyone come to the door?
I heard somebody noise outside, but I didn't answer.
What are you hanging on to them for? You should just get rid of them.
Get rid of them? You're like getting rid of her. Have you been to that place? Nothing but junk, just junk. Don't put anything on hangers, nothing on racks. Just throw everything on the table. Used to be a pretty good outfit. I don't want your mother's stuff that she took care of thrown on tables like a bunch of junk.
So Luigi gets off the boat, right? And he doesn't speak good English, and he needs a job. So his paisano, Tutti, he tells him, get yourself some bananas to sell. But he doesn't speak good English. So Tutti tells him, first thing they're going to ask you is how much. You say 2 for a nickel. Then they'll say, they're kind of green. And you'll say, some are, some aren't. Then the guy will say, I don't think I want them. And then you say, if you don't, someone else will. So Luigi's got his bananas. He's about to start selling. The guy walks up to him. He says, hey, pal, you got a match? Luigi says, 2 for a nickel. And so the guy looks at him and he says, you Dagos are all the same. You're all a bunch of comedians. And Luigi says, oh, some are, some aren't. And the other guy's mad, see? So he says, how would you like it if I came over there and punched you right in the nose? And then Luigi said...
Luigi says, if you don't, someone else will. He loved that joke. You still remember. You told it pretty good.
He only told it every time they came over here.
Every Sunday, for meatballs and spaghetti.
One time on Christmas, he told it, he laughed so hard he fell right under the table. I'll never forget, looking under the table and seeing him still on the floor, laughing.
You're named after him. He had one of the first trucks in town. When he started, he just had a shovel, a horse, and a cart. He'd come home from work, sit down, and drink a glass of olive oil. Must have been 5,000 calories. He was digging this basement out on Bremen Street, near the greenhouse, for this guy who was bringing his mother-in-law over from Poland. He was on his way out of town to a dump.
That must be out where Nathan Hill High is now.
Yeah, I think that's it. Same truck passed him 3 times. He saved every nickel he had for one. His horse Peppino stepped on his toe once. After that, that toe looked like one of his little crooked cigars. I felt bad for the horse, because he socked it right in the jaw. He wanted me to go to Boys Tech. He said, be a plumber or a carpenter, something inside. I said, no, sir. I love books. I want to go to college. He couldn't even read. Took the entrance exam to Marquette High School. Had to pay for it myself, working in the dining room. What a tightwad.
With a fleet of dump trucks.
Not too bad for somebody who didn't have good English.
There must be $600 or $700 in here. And a photo of you in your army uniform. And a woman with red hair.
After VE Day, we took a bus to Lake, I was home on leave, we took a bus to Lake Geneva. The day I met her in person.
That's Mom? Holy smokes, Pop.
Watch it.
Well, I mean, with those sunglasses, she looks like a movie star.
Think you're telling me something I don't know? She turned all those sailor boys' heads. It's like walking down the street with Noel Neal on your arm.
Lois Lane.
Great legs. But at number 2 behind Betty Grable. Remember that Sunday Catholic visitor? During the war, if you're overseas, you just send them your name and address, and people would start writing you letters. I was a pretty good letter writer. I had 4 pen pals. Right before Thanksgiving, I got a letter from my 5th girl. She was from the same part of town. I meant to write her a letter to tell her I didn't have time for another pen pal. I never got to write that letter. January, I got a letter from her cousin, your mother. She read me to filth. Who the hell do you think you are? You're too good to write to my cousin? Well, it went on like that for 3 pages. I wrote her back. I said, that was some letter. I'm sorry I don't have time to write to your cousin, but I'd be happy to write to you. First time I brought her back to meet my family, my old man turned the hose on her. Said she wore too much makeup. It was just because she wasn't Italian. She could make pasta fazool, though.
Not soupy. Lima beans over linguine. I should get going. This time of day there's going to be traffic.
Where?
I've got a lot to do today, and I have to cancel an appointment too.
You should do that the day before. Otherwise, they charge you.
Thanks for the advice, Bob.
That's about the extent of my financial knowledge.
Listen, what I wanted to talk to you about, since Ma died almost 2 years ago, we were thinking maybe you would do better in a different place.
I don't want a different place. I've got all my stuff, all my books.
They'll probably take those when they come back.
We were stationed near Bastogne, Belgium. 106 was kind of a green outfit. There wasn't a lot of action near the Ardennes. Guys kind of came and went as they pleased. I was a company clerk. I used to have to take a train into Paris a couple times a month to pick up documents and important mail. One time, a French girl walks up to me and asks me for a cigarette. I didn't smoke, but I had my ration, so I gave her one. She sat down. She had bacon and tomato sandwiches on peasant bread. We got to Paris. During the trip, all she did was smoke my cigarettes, and I talked, of course, I talked. 2.5 hours. My mother spoke a little French, and I learned some in school. Father Francis X. Lemieux. We got to Paris. I thanked her. Her name was Agnes. Turns out she was Belgian. I offered her my last few cigarettes I had, and she said, "You need to come with me." Our guys had liberated Paris a few weeks earlier. The cafes and bars are full of GIs enjoying the city. Paris was open for business again. So I thought, what the hell? We went and picked up the documents. Then she took me to her Uncle Felix's bookstore. He only had one leg. He lost the other fighting the fascists in Spain. Said he knew Orwell. That bookstore was like a clubhouse, full of fiction, literary criticism, radical politics, erotica. Everyone in there was talking and arguing, not just in French, Hebrew, and Polish, and Welsh. They're all smoking and drinking absinthe. In the 20s, Paris had filled up with expatriates, people from all over the world. There was Samuel Beckett, Henry Miller, Django Reinhardt, Picasso. And it wasn't just artists. Some of the greatest modernist publishers in history were there. It was Hours Press, Black Mannequin, Obelisk. Those were some pretty good outfits. Felix had come to Paris with his parents when he was a kid, before the First War. He seemed to know everyone. Edward Titus, Helena Rubinstein, Sarah and Gerald Murphy. To a guy like me that loved books, this was the center of the universe. Plus, there was Agnes. I missed my train.
You always change the subject.
I was stranded in Paris. Classified documents. Drunk on absinthe. Almost AWOL. Felix had a friend from the International Brigade named George Enu. Nervous George.
Why was he nervous?
Because he was an abstract expressionist who survived the terror bombing in Guernica. He was a railroad engineer. The train before the war took animals to the stockyards, went almost all the way to Bastogne. I told him if he gave me a ride, next time I was in Paris, I'd bring him a dozen eggs. Guys kind of came and went as they pleased.
So he had PTSD?
Before the fall of Madrid, he had escaped to Algeria, then to Marseille, then drifted back to Paris. During the occupation, the Nazis had used his train to take women and children from Paris to the German border. He had fought them in Spain, and now he was doing their dirty work for them. But after the liberation, the Allies used the train to take troops and equipment and ordnance right to the front. Thought they're on the way to Berlin.
What about that ladder cop?
They attacked us. They counterattacked right before Christmas. Nazis came right through the Ardennes. The 6th Panzers were a really tough bunch. They mauled us good. Their commanding officer was an SS general named Dietrich. He was a butcher and one of Hitler's thugs before the war. Most of my division was either killed or captured. We were ordered to hold Bastogne, fall back and hold Bastogne. Guys are pouring out of the Ardennes, out of the woods for hours. Tank crews with no tanks, busted outfits, grounded paratroopers. Raw recruits are yelling, "Run, they'll murder you, they're SS!" They're called as Team Snafu. Our lieutenant said burn everything that the Nazis could use. We even poured gasoline on the Christmas mail. Chip was the only Jew in the outfit. I saw him throw his dog tags onto the burning packages and cards. Bastogne was under siege, but we were stubborn. After Patton sprung us, I was assigned to the Third Army. He said when we got to Berlin, he was going to shoot that wallpaper hanging, postcard painting son of a bitch himself. I wish he had shot Dietrich first. After I went back to Paris looking for Agnes. I bought her a Zippo lighter for Christmas. She was nowhere to be seen. She had gone to Savoie to visit her family. There was a fuel depot there the Nazis wanted really bad. 93 Belgian civilians, 38 Negro POWs, machine gunned down in a field. I came home with a duffel bag full of first editions. Tropical cancer was banned in the States.
Listen, Pop, you don't take care of yourself. Alex wants you.
I don't care what you or Alex want.
You forget things. You could just wander off or get lost.
Lost? I walked from Omaha Beach halfway across Europe. France, Belgium, Luxembourg. I was in Patton's army, for crying out loud. Lost. We used to walk right through the night. Just took your hand on the shoulder of the fellow in front of you, and that's how you slept, walking. I was the only one in my outfit that walked out of Bastogne without a scratch. 1944, he sent us, everyone in his command, a card. To each officer and soldier in the 3rd United States Army, I wish a Merry Christmas. I have full confidence in your courage, devotion to duty, and skill in battle. We march in our might to complete victory. May God's blessing rest upon each of you on this Christmas Day. George S. Patton, Jr., Lieutenant General commanding 3rd United States Army. Does that sound like a guy who can't take care of himself?
You're still in your pajamas. Dishes, piles of clothes. We only want what's best for you. The money from the house is almost gone. You could come stay with us. It's just me, Alex, and Grace now. The other girls have moved out. I just finished in grad school, and Olivia, she bought a house.
We bought the house, $10,000. 1950, it was all brick. There was only one other house on the block, 2 doctors. Husband and wife, they had matching T-birds. They got divorced.
You're running out of money. Do you understand that? You're on Medicare, your pension, your Social Security. The money that Mom put aside was not going to last forever.
As the day goes by, I don't think about it. She came so close so many times.
Close to what? What are you talking about?
Tuesday and Thursday nights, Our Lady's Pompeii. She wasn't down there praying the rosary with the Christian Mothers and Altar Society.
She went down there to socialize with the other women from the parish.
Maybe at first.
Are you sure you're remembering it right?
I remember one time, she won $2,000 playing bingo. I told her she could do with it whatever she wanted. She put half the money down on the house, all brick. The other half she gave to the sisters for the pagan babies.
Pop, these letters are all addressed to Mom.
They're all the same. She always took care of all the bills. Sometimes I didn't even see them. She paid them as soon as they came in. Never had to pay interest. Shylock, in the Rialto, you have rated me for my monies and my usance. Still have I borne it with a patient shrug.
These are all thank you letters. Thank you for your kind donation, $1,000. School Sisters of St. Francis. That's Holy Angels Society, Madonna Society, Marquette. There must be 100 letters in here.
That's not all of them. She was in pain all the time from stomach cancer. She didn't take her medication. Toward the end, she got confused. It came in the mail. She thought it was a bill. She sent him a check.
Why didn't you say something?
She's the one that made me go back to school. I thought I could be a novelist. I couldn't, but she wouldn't let me quit. I was a high school. I history and English teacher for 35 years. Love is not love when an alteration finds. Love is not, it's Shakespeare. I wasn't going to let someone else take care of my wife. I owed her. I owed you.
You don't owe me. I owe you. I promised Mom that I would take care of you. We're from the same outfit.
When a father gives to his child, both laugh. When a child gives to his father, both cry.
It's a pretty good outfit.
You remember pretty good.
I remember, trying to teach the girls how to play sheep's head. They thought I was making it up as I went along. They're close by. We could play five-handed. What do you think?
I stared down the barrel of a Tiger tank. That winter in Belgium, I've never been scared like this before.
You don't have to be afraid. You don't have to be alone. Bring your books.
All of them? What about my other stuff?
God, you're stubborn.
It got me through all of Bastogne. This is what it comes down to. A room full of nothing, with nobody in it. I may have forgotten some stuff, maybe a lot, but not the important stuff, not any of it.